let you know that we also just passed hours ago, and we just put out moments ago a release that the state of California has now agreed with the legislature to the largest and most comprehensive renter protection deal in the United States. Let me be specific. Anybody that has been impacted by COVID that owes rent going back to last April, not just this April, last April, we will pay 100% of that rent. We'll also pay that rent, 100% of it going forward through September. So anyone that's been impacted by this pandemic and cannot pay rent, 100% of that rent will be paid for. Not 80%, not 25%, 100% will be paid for under this rent deal. And forgive me for saying this, but that's not all. I don't want to sound like a game show host, but we recognize that rent's one component. Big part of that rent check goes to pay water and utilities, electricity. 100% of water and utilities will also be picked up. We put $5.2 billion, it'll be all in, additional $2.6 billion, but 5.2 total into the rent deal, and $2 billion that we landed with the legislature negotiation to take care of utilities. So 7.2 billion as part of this agreement, 100% to pay back. Hopefully that will calm people, and that moratorium will also not expire next week. It will expire on September 30th as a consequence of the deal that was reached with the legislature. Thank you, Assembly Member, and thank you, Senator, for making that happen and getting that done. And that's a big part of why we're here as well. Najee said it. Well, he's just homeless, but he also is evicted. But he's also an example of what we are here to highlight, and that is we can solve homelessness. He's a living manifestation of that. For some that think this is overwhelming and can't be done, just meet his mom, meet his siblings that persevered, grit, and hard work, and are here today as testament to a different belief. And so I just hope folks, in closing, shift their mindset. There's a lot of pessimism. It's never been worse, and we're never going to solve this. It can be solved. We have vision, we have plan, and we now have the resources, and yes, again, this resourceful mindset to try new things, to iterate, to learn from our mistakes, but be willing to own up to them and make them by being willing to engage in different kinds of partnerships and a different kind of intentionality.